Support the Very Serious Crafts podcast on Patreon for early access to episodes, shoutouts, bonus episodes, and more. Visit patreon.com/seriouscrafts.
You're listening to the Very Serious Crafts podcast.
We're very serious crafters.
And we craft very serious crafts.
Very serious. Hello, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 15 of the Very Serious Crafts podcast. I'm Haley from Red Handled Scissors.
I'm Heidi from Hands Occupied.
And I'm Mollie from Wild Olive. Today we'll be talking about simple pleasures, process versus project, and when crafting is your job. And we also have a very special visitor with us on our podcast today.
It's true. My mom, this is Haley. My mom is once again here, so those of you who have listened to Season 1 will have already experienced the joy that is my mother.
Patty!
But she's back today! So, hi, Mom.
Hi, guys.
We are glad that you are here.
Thanks.
And
this time she's actually on mic. It's great.
Yeah. And they are so cute.
Yes.
Adorable. I don't know. I got nothing.
Yeah.
We're hot.
We are.
We turned the air conditioner off to record.
Well, then I'll get on with it.
All right.
So the only update I have to kick us off is that I've actually done some sewing on the Me Made May projects I've been talking about for months on this podcast.
Nice.
They're still not done. I reached the point where I had to do my first buttonhole ever, and I was like, I'm going to take a break. It was also like after 10 at night, so I was good.
Oh, no, don't start a buttonhole then.
No.
Definitely don't. You start a buttonhole at like 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
We're going to have a discussion about buttonholes later, but actually not until our half-stitched episode, because I have buttonhole things to discuss there.
Ooh, exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a teaser. It's a teaser of our half-stitched.
That's right.
I also have a buttonhole thing to add. I wonder if we have the same buttonhole.
Well, we'll have to find out.
You guys will just have to join. You'll just have to join our Patreon at patreon.com/seriousscrafts to be able to access this special bonus content.
Yeah,
It's true. And you want to, I promise.
yes.
Yeah.
We're fun.
Yep. Anyway.
All right.
Okay. We don't want to just talk
Plugs
about
aside.
So, Molly, what's up?
that. Well, I have had an assistant helping me with my work this week. And it has been my cat Darcy, who has been actually very helpful.
Cats are so helpful.
She's absolutely adorable, and if she were not so adorable, this would be a bigger problem than it is. But she's
also tiny, which helps.
Yeah, I was crocheting, and she needed to be right in the middle of my lap and my crochet project. And then yesterday I was sewing, and she insisted on being up on the counter because I sew in my kitchen, and she was, she just like needed to walk through all of the supplies and the fabric. And so, yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So that's been, anytime I think that maybe it would be nice to have an assistant, she volunteers, and then I think that maybe that help isn't what I need. So, yeah.
And just disabuses that notion entirely.
Yeah, that's fair. Mr. Big Stuff has finally discovered that he can climb onto both the kitchen table and the counters, and I keep finding him on top of the kitchen table, and when I just walking up to him, he starts to meow in protest, like he's explaining why exactly he should be allowed to stand on the table. It's like, it's cute. It's cute.
Yes.
Man, if I ever found Woodrow and Storm on the table, that would be a whole nother level of insubordination. Plus, I don't think they can get up there anymore.
I was going to say, Woodrow maybe, but Storm I feel like not.
Yeah, they're pretty old.
Somebody would have put Storm up on the table.
Back in the day,
that opens.
She's 14 now, but back in the day, she could jump like crazy. She's part Jack Russell, and you can tell.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Pets, man.
Cats.
Oh, boy.
Oh, so I have news, guys.
Yes.
Or gals, as it were. So, you know that reorganization of my craft studio that I've been talking about since we started the podcast, but that I've been not doing for at least a year before that?
Sure.
Yeah, that one.
So, yeah, that one. So I finally did it. And the thing I've been putting off for 2 years, I did in 2 days.
I mean, 1 day out of 365, that's a good ratio, right?
No, I think it's very sad. But it was really fun, and I found so much fabric that I didn't remember that I had, and got rid of so much extraneous stuff that I did not need.
Yeah.
I actually found an unopened Sizzix Fabby in a box under my desk. I already have one on my shelf.
Wait, what's that? What's that?
I have, it's a fabric die cutting machine.
Yeah, but what's a Fabby? What is it?
Yeah, that's what that particular die cutting machine is called.
Oh, okay. Everybody else I know
the
just calls
Sizzix
them
Fabby.
Okay, everyone I know just says like Sizzix.
Right, but Sizzix is like paper die cutter.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so
it's like when I had to explain RuPaul's Drag Race in the other episode. Just totally over my head.
I mean, fair enough. Fair enough.
Sorry.
But yeah, so I found one, and so several of my friends have shown up to pick up my extraneous bits and pieces.
Oh, that's great.
And I had a very excited friend show up and get the new inbox Fabby, and then I felt really good, because yay.
Yeah.
So, yep. Thanks, Sizzix. I assume Sizzix sent it to me at some point.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, it's really nice when you can pass that kind of stuff along directly to someone that you know is excited to receive it, versus kind of sending it out into the void and hoping it connects with the right person, which I'm sure it does eventually. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty pleased. And I mean, there were a couple of things that I put out on my stoop and just said, free, take me.
Yeah.
But they were gone in less than an hour.
Yeah.
So somebody was excited.
Nice.
Was one of those things the jar of glitter Mod Podge that I couldn't even believe you had that you texted us about?
I threw it away.
You didn't want that to be spread anywhere with anyone.
No, I only threw it away because of how old it was.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I had a bunch of different kinds of Mod Podge because I was doing some fabric related experiments like 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's probably the last time I've opened any Mod Podge. As we know how I feel about it. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, everyone. I know. Plaid does a lot of things that I love. Just not Mod Podge. It's just that it stays tacky. Everything sticks to it. New York summer. Anyway, so glitter Mod Podge. I sent a photo to Heidi and Mollie of me holding the glitter Mod Podge because I had no idea it was there, and it is like the antithesis of things I would own.
Yes.
Because I hate glitter. And I'm kind of a Grinch. I don't know.
Well, the Grinch sews, as we know from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So
that's true.
That
That's
logic is sound.
All right. Well, now we know. Yeah.
Well, shifting gears entirely from the Grinch, but not entirely from sewing. I just wanted to share today a really fun and relevant listener email we got with all of you.
Yay.
Yeah.
This person writes, "Crafty, hilarious ladies, ... Try using Wonder Tape for basting, quote unquote, zippers in place before you sew them in. It will seriously save time and change your outlook on inserting zippers. Much love, an old lady who loves learning new tricks." So, thank you very much, old lady who loves learning new tricks.
I do believe her name was on the email.
Yeah, but we haven't asked her consent, so I wasn't sure if we wanted to do that. So cut this part
You're
out.
right.
Yeah.
Well, next time.
Yeah.
Next time.
But yeah, thank you very much for your email. So I was talking about zippers, and we had another person on Instagram talk about basting in zippers, and the person on Instagram had a train of shame, saying that she should have basted in her zipper and always regrets it. And I was like, hard same. Always baste your zippers. But when we got this email, I was kind of thinking to myself that now that I've started hand basting zippers, even though it's a little fiddly, I've decided it really does produce the best outcome in the larger context of my developing sewing skills as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I really like hand basting because you can adjust it as you go.
Yeah, totally.
And I like even experienced sewers need a little zhuzh every once in a while.
Yeah, definitely. And also, I'm very lazy, and if I baste with the same, with a thread that hides in my fabric, half the time I'll just leave the basting thread in there.
Why not?
And then if I have to tear out the zipper stitches, it's already still basted. So that's me. That's my case for myself for why I do it the hard way. But I think as I get more confident, I'm going to have to do this wonder tape trick. Because it's probably better than the Scotch tape, which I've used in the past and kind of wondered what I'm doing to my needle on my sewing machine. Probably nothing major, but...
I mean, making it sticky.
Yeah.
Probably dulling it slightly, but I hope you're changing needles with every project. Heidi.
Not at all.
No.
Not
you
at all.
should change your needle if you haven't recently. But I use stitch witchery in the same way, which I think is similar. But it also is only ideal if you're using metal teeth zippers because you need to iron it.
Gotcha.
So, but I like zippers with metal teeth better than plastic zippers. So,
yeah.
And I'm sure that you could probably do it anyway and just not get that close, but I know me. I'll melt something.
Well, and I really want to work on my invisible zipper technique, and I feel like the hand basting is the best way to get it as close to crisp as I am capable of right now.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I'm not terribly good at invisible zippers. Every once in a while, I will accidentally do one really well.
Yeah, totally. And then you're walking around and you're like, wow, look at this.
I'm like, yeah, that's great. I even matched my patterns, but that's almost always completely by chance.
Yeah, totally.
And by the time I get to the zipper, I am more than willing to say good enough.
Yeah, I just want to wear this and get out of my house.
With my life. Yes. So, which is maybe not the thing to do. I have more than once torn out both hems and zippers that I have put into clothes that are years old and regularly used because I'm finally like, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also about to take in the shoulders on a couple of dresses that are 6 or 7 years old because...
they're bugging
it's
you.
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bugging. They don't sit nicely under my cardigan.
Yeah. And you can't have that.
No.
Patty is just shaking her head.
No.
Oh, I love this zipper digression.
Anyway.
Yes. So what's up, Molly?
Well, I was going to talk about something else entirely right now, but I'm changing gears and I'm going to tell you about my adventers in sewing that I had yesterday because it's really right in line with this. So I mentioned...
Do it.
I mentioned in our last episode that I was planning on sewing a swimsuit, which I knew when saying that I took this on as a project and I knew that this was a risky yes. But I was like, hey, I'm going to do this. So we're going to start by saying...
So, how's that go?
We're going to start by saying it's best not to try to tackle a tricky project when you're also dealing with PMS. This is just... it's just a bad idea.
See, also a fitted project.
Right.
Yeah, a swimsuit.
We didn't even get to
just
fitting.
I know, Molly.
We aren't at fitting yet.
Okay.
It's not even close to finished yet. So that's not a problem. but it has to get done. So I have to be working on it no matter what. But I mean, I've been trying to keep this is also, by the way, self-drafted. This is not like working from a pattern. This is like me just making it.
Oofda.
There's so many things ready to go wrong with this. But by gum, yes. I'm a serious crafter and I'm going to do this. So
I like how your serious crafter is that you're like, I'm sticking to this swimsuit, and I'm like, I don't know, this is fine. Choices.
I mean,
so
I'm afraid of swimsuits, and I've got a cover stitch machine.
Yes. Yeah. So here's where I currently am. The fabric, of course, is very shifty. It's moving all over the place. My walking foot is broken, so I can't rely on that.
What kind of sewing machine do you have?
Exactly.
I'm sewing on a regular sewing machine, and I'm using a stretch zigzag stitch.
Okay.
Oh no, I mean maybe I'll send you a walking foot. What kind of sewing machine do you have?
Yeah, and I could replace my walking foot, but the last time when I ordered this thing, it took over a month to get it, which was a little weird. I think I just need to
also shifty all around.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if you've got a brother machine, I probably have an extra.
It's a white from, I don't know. It's an old one.
Oh.
I'm discussing getting a new sewing machine anyway, so that'll be a whole other topic. But anyway, so I have some of that going on.
I think my Tradle sewing machine is white.
Yeah, and then I also have an old metal one in a
cabinet,
but it's not it's not a treadle one. It has a knee.
Oh, cool.
The words are just leaving me.
A knee drive?
A knee drive.
Pedal?
There you go. That'll work.
Pedal?
Yeah, it's like a pedal, but it's at your knee. It was the one that I learned to sew on, which was kind of cool.
That's what I learned on.
I mean, I think it's called a knee bar, but...
That makes sense.
This conversation's gone off the rails.
It has.
I don't know. Wrap it around.
Okay, so coming back. So setting aside just trying to keep the thing together, which is really why I brought this up now, is because of all of the talk about basting. And so I'm going, okay, can I baste this by hand? Would that help me a lot? Or is that crazy? I don't know.
I think you can baste it by hand. How much stretch needs to be in it when you sew?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. So I'm not stretching it out while I'm sewing it. So
if you're stretching a specific percentage, you could just space it out and gently stretch as you get to each basting stitch. I don't know. But I think the answer is yes, as long as you can make the edges line up.
Yeah.
Should you stay stitch it all first?
I don't know. I'm
just because of the edge.
I don't.
Molly, are you grumpy?
I am. Because after I finish recording, I have to go back and work on this again.
Yeah, we're just making it worse.
It's okay. It'll be all right.
But I do think that basting would be helpful. I think that will at least keep all of the slippery fabrics together.
Yeah, I think I may try that. But then in addition to that,
also
go ahead.
I was just going to say, since this conversation's like low key off the rails already, I had a question. Do you sometimes feel like that your skill level is such with the sewing machine that sometimes it might just be faster to do certain things by hand as your skill set develops?
100%.
That's how I feel too.
Oh yeah, me too.
There are so many things that I go, you know what? I can just do this by hand. It will work really well. It will look nice. You have so much more control, like you were saying with working on the zippers, that it just, there's something, well, but even look at really high-end tailored garments, how much hand sewing goes into that. There's a reason.
Totally.
Because that can create something really fantastic. I'm not going to hand sew an entire swimsuit, but, you know, there's there's a level there that I think is, it's probably going to help. So that's not really what I want.
I mean, I almost always hand based instead of machine based.
Yeah.
And I am pretty solid on a sewing machine.
And you know
So
what?
it's
Hand basting does not take that long. Obviously, it takes
seriously.
longer than a
No,
sewing
not
machine
at
can
all.
whip along. But on some things, you're going to save so much more time by taking the time to hand baste. And
it's faster than ripping out a seam
Yes.
when things don't line up or you miss the edge ever
It
so
is
slightly.
so much. It is so much faster than picking out stretched zigzag. Let me tell you.
Gosh. Yeah. And also it's easier on your fabric because if you do it on a machine and you're going to have to tear it out, that's a lot of stress on that edge.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. So, yeah. Well, we've just solved a problem for me.
Well, there we go. And that's what we're here for, guys.
I do have to say, when I was sitting down to actually work on this, my mother says to me, I'm going to stay close by just so you don't stab yourself in the eye with a pair of scissors. And it took me a moment to realize she meant I was about to be so frustrated I would do it to myself. I was like, well, how accident prone do you think I am? No.
I mean,
I was like, I don't know if you can't handle scissors yet, Mollie. I feel like maybe a crafting career isn't for you.
Oh, no. She was not entirely
That's
wrong.
funny,
I
though.
didn't reach for the scissors, but I knew what she was talking about once I was about 10 minutes in.
yeah.
That's
that's
really
funny.
funny. Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
Well,
to counter sort of stresses like that, I have just recently made a decision that I think is going to be really helpful as far as being a person who works from home as a professional crafter. And like, that's a very isolating job to have. And
it
I
is.
can't remember how long I've been doing it, like 6 to 8 years full time.
Yeah.
And sometimes things get a little weird. I get a little weird. And by a little, I mean a lot.
There's a reason, friends and listeners, there's a reason that the three of us have like a 30 to 45 minute warm-up chat before we record these, because we've all been in our little rooms doing crafts and like listening to audiobooks and podcasts and watching TV and not interacting with humans. So it takes us a minute to be able to talk good.
well, and it's also a reason that I stay living with my family is so that I at least I may not have normal people interaction, but at least I have some people interaction.
Yeah.
Oh, your family's great.
They are.
Yeah.
I like them, but normal we are not.
No. Well, since I have Mr. Big Stuff the cat to talk to, who's a very, very nice being to have a conversation with, especially when he's yelling from a tabletop. I decided that, you know the parts of being a craft writer that are not the parts where you're crafting? The parts where you are writing or editing photos or doing social media or, invoicing, all of those things.
The sexy part.
Yes, so sexy. Well, I decided that I was going to join a co-working space and it's near my apartment. So I would have a place to go to do the boring things, where I wouldn't be surrounded by like distractions of being at home and always having something that wants doing. And I also thought that it would be nice to interact with other humans sometimes if I want to.
Yep.
Sometimes I don't. But so I joined this all women co-working space called The Wing. And I haven't actually started yet. I will start on Monday. And I think I'm going to try to do like maybe half days there and figure out a schedule. And I'm sort of excited to see if that increases my productivity. And if I think that it might give me some structure.
Yeah.
That working from home, I mean, and I'm pretty organized, but working from home still doesn't necessarily provide that structure, no matter how intense you are.
Yeah.
And so I'm really, really looking forward to it. And I'm excited to report back to see if that was the right move.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not dissimilar to Heidi, you getting a studio, I think. It's nice to have a place to go to and like have there be a line between work and home sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, especially now that we're looking like back on, like I'm looking like 6 months back on when I decided to get the studio, and you're looking back on the last few months and what led you to looking for a workspace outside of your home. And I think one thing that like I didn't realize at the time was super part of it, and forgive me if I'm incorrect in this assessment about you, but for me at least, and I think it might be similar for you, I was feeling really depressed and I needed a place that wasn't my home to be in all the time.
Yes.
And having
absolutely.
to interact with other people and like maybe wear makeup if I wanted to feel a little bit better about myself that day. Not everybody has to do that, but for me it helps. Like
getting dressed.
Like not being like, cool, I just changed from my night pajamas to my day pajamas and they're the exact same thing, but one is cleaner than the other. Like that's what
yeah.
I laugh as I sit here recording in my pajamas.
And I mean it's so true. I'm the sort of person who needs to put clothes on to feel like I'm being productive. So I am one of the few freelancers or work at home people who does not work in pajamas. But I'm part of the structure of this co-working space that I joined is a community aspect, and there are events and like not necessarily just work-related events and programming and a library and
that's really cool.
Like wellness rooms and a cafe. Like it's a place that I feel like I'm going to want to go. And that wasn't, I've been considering other co-working spaces, and they were just going to be like a place where I could park it somewhere and not necessarily look forward to going.
Yeah.
But I think this one, it seems like I'm going to look forward to going. So I think that'll be nice. And maybe I'll meet some people, and like one of the options they let you pick, they let you say what kind of interactions you're looking for. And so one of the options was crafting buddy. So
that's cool.
I could see that working out, because sometimes you just want to sit around, and when you do your hobby as your actual job, sometimes you just want an excuse to sit around and do something that isn't work specific. So
what is that?
We'll see.
What does that mean?
I know, right? Yeah, I'm not good at it. I'm really bad at it, in fact.
Yeah.
So yeah,
something to look
we'll
forward
see.
to,
I'll
though.
report back.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to hear what you think of it. I know a couple other people who work at, because the Wing is a chain and they have an office in the city of Chicago as well. And I'm interested to see what you think of it. Because, I mean, there's, like, my neighborhood is rapidly gentrifying. Sorry to drop the G word, but that's what's happening. And and, like, my lease, is only guaranteed for a year. And so I get a little worried that the rent's going to skyrocket, or they're just going to be like, yeah, we realize this is worth more money as retail now. Because I have my studio is a store.
Yeah, you mean your studio.
Yeah. Oh, did I say the wrong thing?
No, you just said rent.
Oh, yeah. Studio rent. And so I'm trying to build as much of a community as I can right now in case the rent goes up. But I'm curious to hear what you think of the Wing, because I might need to look into just a co-working space if the lease situation changes after the end of this year.
Yeah, I will let you know. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, there's also an independent co-working space in my neighborhood that I think is cheaper than the Wing. But yeah.
Well, probably.
Yeah. But yeah, yay, business expenses. Yes. Hopefully this is interesting to anybody who's listening.
Exactly. The one that I joined has a dedicated podcasting studio.
Oh,
nice.
That's interesting. I'm just putting it out there, if we ever want to do a New York gathering.
Mm-hmm.
There's a place with microphones and a soundboard, which I don't know how to use, but maybe we'll have to bring your brother.
That's what I was just thinking.
Anders to the rescue.
Yeah.
Yes, he's not like actively producing, but he has certainly set us up for success here. So many thanks.
Yeah.
Yes, he's very helpful.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks, young man. Okay, so speaking of calling someone young man in that voice, I wanted to talk.
Go on.
I was just going to talk a little bit about my great grandma Louise, who I haven't actually talked about on this podcast yet. So total shift in topic from like a 2019 all women co-working space to my great grandma who was born in the year 1900.
Yes.
I feel like there was
so yeah,
probably a lot of all women co-working going on then as well. It was just in a different context.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. Because, yeah, she was born in 1900. So when she was my age in her early 30s, she had 4 kids and it was, the heels of the Depression and whatnot. So she had a very different life than I did, obviously. But one thing that she was very, very good at, and more than one person that I'm related to has described me as my great grandma Louise's, like, of her spirit, even though our lives overlapped by 14 years.
Yeah.
So she would, whether she was sewing or knitting, she would almost always make everything twice, particularly if it was a garment, because she would make the pattern as written or as published in the sewing pattern.
Yeah.
And then she would right away make it a second time with all the changes she would prefer. And it's funny because on the one hand, as very serious crafters, we know that this is kind of like making a muslin and then making adjustments before you make your thing. My great grandma would go ahead and go all in and make 2 versions of the exact same sewing or knitting pattern. But for the sewing version, she would just like have all of the supplies, like the nicer fabric, the nice zipper, whatever. And then she would just make it again, but with the like tailoring and adjustments that she preferred. Yeah.
That's a really interesting approach, because I would think someone skilled enough to do that kind of tailoring would also be able to, like, there are certain adjustments that I make on pretty much every garment and they're pretty standard. Like I need to take some length out of the torso every time. And like, I don't think I'd want to make an initial garment as is if I knew the changes and could measure them. But that's really interesting. Do you know why she did that?
Well, my grandmother, the one who's 90, so this was her mother-in-law, and so this is my grandma who also crafts. So they would talk about crafting as like a conversation topic sometimes. And her theory, like the joke, and this even came up in like my dad's wedding speech at my wedding, that it's like that you think you can do it better than as written.
Yeah. And you can.
Yeah. And I think it's that concept is very foreign to normal people who aren't really, really serious crafters.
Right.
And so that's like the funny joke for everybody. But I think it was just part of her process. Like instead of visualizing maybe the pattern and where she could know to tailor it in, maybe she just needed to see it done out twice. Or she wanted to practice the techniques in the as written version so she could do them even better right away on the next one.
I mean, that makes sense.
Because that's very tempting to me, especially since I'm new to adjusting patterns.
Yeah.
But I don't have the time to do that all the time. Yeah. So I'm snapping my fingers. I'm trying very rapidly to get to the point where I just know that, like, oh, I've got to take in like 1.5 centimeters at like the upper back shoulder.
Yeah.
Because that's just more efficient.
It is. But I don't know. There's something to be said for, I actually, now that I think about it, I make multiples of things too. Pretty regularly, I'll make a first thing and like, especially if I'm designing, I'll make a first thing and then I will find all the ways in which I do not like it and fix them.
And maybe that's kind of the thing.
Yeah. And I mean, I also found it helpful. Like I wrote 2 cross-stitch books in a row. And the second one went so much faster
Mhm.
and so much easier because I'd just done it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. There's something to be said for that.
Now,
Yeah.
But that's really interesting.
Here's my question.
Did she wear both of the items?
That's exactly what I was
See,
going to
I
ask,
don't-
Patty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know the answer to that. I mean, because she lived until she was 102. So she lived until 2002. I was 14. Yeah, I think 14 or
She had
15.
plenty of time.
Yeah. Mostly at the end, she was making rosaries and like knitting like charity scarves because she was losing a lot of dexterity. Even though she was still working with jewelry pliers, she was an interesting woman. But yeah, I have
That was my
no
next
idea.
question.
But I also do have like an immaculately like knit multiple color work mitten like Fair Isle that she apparently made in one sitting for my grandpa. Like she made a pair of mittens. He was like 5 and he immediately lost one. So I have this like perfect condition worn literally once mitten that she made. So I think she just was really fast and just like she wasn't doing crafts for a living. And once her kids were old enough, I think this was like her main thing for herself.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why she just like was really productive.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely know people who knit so fast that like they turn out sweater after sweater after sweater, and I'm baffled.
Yeah.
Like, there's someone in a knit night that I go to who knits so fast I can't see the individual stitches.
That's nuts.
Whoa.
I mean, I don't understand. I had her slow down once, and she's just picking.
Yeah.
But she does it so fast that you can't differentiate the stitches in stockinette.
That's so
It's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah. I am very impressed, and also nope.
Yeah.
I'm not that fast.
Yeah.
I'm competent, but not fast.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting because maybe it is the speed issue that is like kind of appalling when I think about actually making everything twice forever.
Right.
And this I think this might come down to also crafts as a job versus crafts as your passion that does not have to be on a timetable.
But I mean, I always make a muslin.
Yeah.
Well,
Because it's a terrible idea not to make a muslin if you are a non-standard size.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I have a dress that I am intending to make. I have the pattern and I have the fabric, and I figured that a muslin would be best. But when I just went to Joann and I found inexpensive fabric that I liked well enough that I would consider wearing it. That was like not all that much more than just buying muslin. And so I thought, well, if it's horrible, who cares?
Yeah, wearable
And if
muslin,
it's-
why not?
Yeah, and if it's wearable, awesome. Even if it's just like around the house.
Oh,
so,
yeah. I just found a skirt. When I was cleaning out my craft studio, I unearthed a plastic bag with a folded object in it labeled skirt. And so I opened it, I pulled it out. There's a hemmed finished skirt with a zipper.
What?
I was like, why is this in a plastic bag labeled skirt? I mean, correct, but like, why? And then I was looking at the seaming and like the finishing, and I hadn't finished the seams on the inside. And I was like, oh, this is a wearable muslin.
Yeah.
That's why it is in here labeled skirt. But like,
Yeah.
That's funny.
It was a deep mystery to me for at least 5 minutes as I'm staring at this completely hemmed, zipper installed. It even had hook and eye. I don't know.
Well, it was labeled correctly. That's true.
I can be relied upon to label things correctly.
She is a labeling machine.
Did you just call me a label maker, Mom?
A labeling machine.
I like that.
She is.
It's true.
Yep.
Always has been. Yep.
I like a label.
Yes,
what
she
can I
does.
say? You never have to wonder what's in a thing.
That is
Assuming
true.
you labeled it correctly. That's usually my issue.
I labeled it correctly.
I know you did.
You weren't very old when you asked for your first label machine thing.
No,
Yeah.
I was probably first grade.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it like the Dymo one that you punch the letters into?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, the little,
yep.
Then you pull the backing off and stick it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so good.
It was about the same time I asked for my first dustbuster.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
You never got that.
Well, I did eventually
Yeah.
get it. I just didn't get it until like 5th grade when somebody finally took me seriously.
Guess we didn't think you needed it when you were in first grade.
Anyway, Molly, do you have anything to rescue us?
I do,
from
and actually,
this descent.
it's actually this is really funny because I was thinking wanted to talk about some like simple pleasures, and sometimes labeling things and having a dustbuster fall into those categories.
Oh.
It's perfect.
I agree.
I feel calmer just thinking about both.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I've kind of been thinking on this for a while, like that there's certain things that I forget make me very happy when I'm crafting. And so the thing that I'm always surprised by, and I don't know why, is how glorious it is to put a fresh blade on your rotary cutter.
Oh, yes.
Right? You don't realize how bad your rotary cutter has been until you put a fresh blade on it. And then you're like, what was I doing? Like, I might as well have been chewing that fabric up with my
being
teeth.
a chump. Being a chump is
Exactly.
the answer to
That's-
that question.
that's-
What was I doing? Being a chump.
Yeah.
Or getting fabric scissors sharpened. Yes.
Yeah. It's like there's so...
Also, the sound it makes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
ASMR.
I'm really tempted to grab any number of the scissors on my scissors wheel behind me and just
Yeah.
snip away.
Yeah, I had a scissors company, now I can't remember the name of them, but they sent me some of their scissors to try, and they're enormous because they're like dressmaking shears, like, they were the ones that I didn't pull out while I was working on the swimsuit, just in case. But
Are they the 12-inch ones?
I think so. I can't
like
remember.
the truly massive ones?
They're
Those scare me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you going to do with that? I mean, the answer is cut bolts of fabric.
yes.
Yeah. But no,
it is- there's-
no. My hand is not big enough.
Like I've used their scissors to cut leather, and it's just like cutting through butter. It's amazing. And they're just like,
that's so nice.
it's just, these are the things that happen when
Yes.
you're a crafter. But then I also just this week I stumbled upon my stash of tulip embroidery needles, which if you haven't used them, they're made in Japan, and they come in a whole bunch of types and sizes, and they come in these cute little plastic vials. But I had transferred mine
Yes.
to a little wooden needle case, probably to take photos for some reason. Well, I forgot that they were there, and I opened that thing up, and I was like, oh my goodness, I forgot these needles existed. And I started doing some embroidery with one,
Oh,
and
they're so nice.
they're just fabulous. And they're obviously more expensive than going and just picking up a quick pack of needles at your local craft store. But
Yeah, but they stay sharper longer.
Yeah.
And the structure, like they don't bend out of shape quite as
right,
easily.
and it's not like a huge expense. It's just, yeah, you are going to spend a couple more dollars per pack. But like, thought, why have I not
It's so
just
nice.
cleared out everything else and have kept using these? So it's like, it's just pleasant to work with. So obviously you have scissors like that.
Yeah, and you don't notice that
Exactly.
that's true until you've experienced the super nice ones.
Yep.
It was sort of similar to when I got those gold needles
Yes.
when I was working on one of the books. I don't remember, but I think the Golden Girls book. When I bought those gold needles, and the friction was just ever so slightly less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh, well, I could sew forever.
Yeah, and I tend to get a little frugal when it comes to just about anything. But when you upgrade a little bit, it can just
It's
change.
so
Even
hard to
like
go back.
when I changed over to using this, my favorite natural linen for embroidery,
Mhm.
I can't go back to working on cheaper fabrics unless I absolutely have to for a project, because it's just, it seemed outlandish to me to suddenly pay for fabric that was at least twice as much. But
Right.
so I use a coupon, and like you can make it work, and and it sometimes just makes the whole experience nicer. It's kind of like how we put terrible products or quality products in with a lot of kids' craft kits, and it doesn't help them succeed and love the craft. And so I was actually talking with someone the other day, and she was trying to put together some kits like that, and it became cost prohibitive, but it drove her crazy because she wanted kids to experience something of quality, which isn't really where I was going with this whole conversation.
Right. Well, it's easier to use nice things.
This whole episode, we're just riding the waves of conversation here and there. We're just to and fro.
Well, I mean, my mom and I are on vacation, chilling.
Yeah, it is. Exactly. That was exactly what I was thinking.
Summer vacation. Vacation all right, no, I'm not gonna. So I guess I'm gonna wrap things up since we've been meandering about for a while.
Yes.
I don't know. It was fun. We had a wander through the countryside.
Yeah.
A nice walk.
Yes. The scenic route.
Yes, we took the scenic route. That's right.
Perfect.
Okay. So now I'm gonna end this. Wait, that sounded way more dramatic than I meant it to. I will end this now. All right, brace yourselves. If you're a person who likes to hang out on the internet, you should hang out with us.
Yes.
Find us on Instagram and Twitter at Serious Crafts, and on Facebook at Very Serious Crafts. You can also find show notes and all things Very Serious Crafts at veryseriouscrafts.com. Want to join the conversation? Tag us using hashtag #VerySeriousCrafts. And if you're using Instagram stories, don't forget to tag us with @SeriousCrafts so we can reshare.
Yes, please.
Because we will. Yes. Please. Okay. And so, are you a fan of the Very Serious Crafts podcast? Obviously you are, because you're still listening. So great. Pretty please leave the Very Serious Crafts podcast a 5-star rating on whichever platform you use to listen to podcasts. Especially iTunes, because, well, let's be honest, that's where many of us listen to podcasts, because good ratings help us show up in recommendations, which helps more people who love crafting find us. And finally, if you'd like to sponsor an episode of the Very Serious Crafts podcast, visit veryseriouscrafts.com and click sponsor, or support us at patreon.com/seriouscrafts. And if you do that, you will get to listen to our half-stitched episodes, which are unfiltered episodes. They're mini episodes, and they come out on our off weeks, so you will not have to be without us for a whole week.
You miss us, right?
What a life.
I know. I mean,
Life is good.
you just get to hang out with us all the time. Yeah,
Good stuff.
exactly. All right, so... And on that note, bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, girls.